We're working new details on the first prisoner in Rhode Island to undergo an organ transplant. An inmate serving 6 years for robbery got a new liver last week.
It's a pricey procedure that both the state and the federal Medicare program are paying for. From the West Bay Mobile Newsroom, Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen's in Cranston.
Thousands of people nationally are on the waiting list to get an organ transplant. So I spoke with our legal analyst to find out the legality behind an inmate getting access to that kind of medical care. An inmate at the Adult Correctional Institute in Rhode Island needed a liver, and taxpayers are funding the surgery. The ACI confirms Jose Pacheco, who's in prison for robbery, was sent to a Boston hospital for the transplant earlier this month. This is believed to be the first time a Rhode Island inmate has gotten an organ transplant. I spoke with Eyewitness News legal analyst Lou Polner about the legality of treating inmates.
The law requires that ACI inmates be treated like anybody else, and it's the state's obligation to unfortunately fund that.
The ACI wouldn't release much information, but tells us in a statement the decision to perform the transplant was made by medical professionals at the hospital, and the RIDOC is legally bound to abide by that decision. Regardless of the RIDOC's position on the decision, it is the law.
If you know you need serious surgery, you might as well go out and commit a crime, go to the ACI and let them take care of it for you. You don't have to worry about whether or not you have insurance or cash on hand.
Eyewitness News dug deeper, finding that nationally in 2011, more than 6,000 liver transplants were performed. At the end of the year, more than 16,000 were still on the waiting list. In New England, 283 liver transplants were performed last year. 848 were still on the waiting list.
It's a crazy situation, but it's the way the law goes.
The cost of the surgery is still being tallied, as we'll see how much Medicaid will cover. So far, though, the ACI has paid $110,000. We have confirmed that the inmate is still recovering at the hospital. Reporting with the Mobile Newsroom, I'm Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.